Squid Game Season 2 begins with Gi-hun, the Season 1 winner, determined to locate and confront those responsible for the deadly games. After spotting the salesman who recruited him at the airport, Gi-hun abandons his planned flight and starts his pursuit. Meanwhile, Detective Hwang Jun-ho, recovering from being shot by the frontman, who is revealed to be his brother, resumes his investigation into the games. Gi-hun experiences a vivid dream involving the frontman and a mysterious card with 3 symbols hinting at future developments. He then assembles a team to track down the salesman. The salesman, identified by his dark G card game, becomes the target of Gi-hun's pursuit, while Jun-ho independently searches for the island where the games are conducted. The salesman's actions are revealed to involve a sinister game of chance with homeless individuals, exposing the manipulative and exploitative tactics of the game's organizers. The episode builds to a climactic confrontation between Gi-hun and the salesman, ending in a dramatic Russian roulette showdown where the salesman ultimately takes his own life. In this intense moment, Gi-hun finally confronts the recruiter face to face. The salesman ultimately takes his own life, leaving Gi-hun victorious, but faced with new challenges. Officer Jun-ho, initially arresting Gi-hun for murder, forms an alliance with him to dismantle the Squid Game, despite keeping the frontman's identity a secret. A new character, Kang No-yul, a former North Korean soldier, is introduced, joining the Squid Game as a security guard in a pink jumpsuit, adding a fresh layer of intrigue. Gi-hun, aided by Jun-ho and Wook, devises a plan to infiltrate the Squid Game's island headquarters, using a card found on the recruiter to track down the frontman at a Halloween party. However, their attempt is thwarted when Gi-hun is captured. The episode ends with Gi-hun seemingly accepting an invitation to re-enter the games, setting the stage for heightened conflict and the implementation of Plan B. Plan B involves Gi-hun's return to the Squid Game to confront the front man, with Jun-ho, Wook, and their team tracking him to a remote island using a hidden tracking device. The episode shifts focus to the commencement of the Squid Games, starting with a deadly red light, green light game. Out of 456 participants, only 365 survive after 91 are eliminated. Leveraging his prior experience, Gi-hun attempts to guide the new players, initially facing skepticism but earning their trust when a player is fatally shot for disobeying his instructions. The game underscores the player's desperation, exemplified by characters like Mang-gi, a former YouTuber facing financial ruin, and Thanos, a rapper crushed by debt. A pivotal moment arises with a tied vote on whether to continue the games, creating suspense and deepening the player's moral dilemmas. Ultimately, the tied vote is decided by player 001, who is shockingly revealed to be the frontman himself. This decision ensures the game's continuation, setting the stage for heightened conflict. The episode concludes with the continuation of the deadly games, leaving the remaining players facing an uncertain future while emphasizing the manipulative and calculated nature of the frontman's actions. Meanwhile, Jun-ho and Wook cling to the tracking device as they traverse rugged landscapes, climbing steep cliffs and navigating perilous terrain in their quest to uncover the truth. However, their hopes are dashed when a fisherman discovers the tracking device. The frontman and his crew, prepared for such contingencies, neutralize the threat, removing the tracking device to maintain control. In Episode 4 of Squid Game Season 2, Gi-hun assumes a leadership role, sharing strategies and collaborating with fellow players to improve their odds of survival. The episode introduces a major challenge, a 6-legged pentathlon, a team-based competition featuring several traditional Korean games. This test underscores the importance of teamwork and strategy, while revealing more about the characters' dynamics and motivations. A shocking twist emerges when player 001, the frontman, actively participates in the games, seemingly to evaluate Gi-hun's abilities and manipulate the outcomes. Despite Gi-hun's efforts to improve the players' chances, the ruthless nature of the games prevails, leading to the elimination of multiple teams. The episode's tense and challenging competition ends with a dramatic cliffhanger, strongly suggesting that the storyline will continue to escalate, leaving viewers eager for the next installment. In Episode 5 of Squid Game Season 2, the players face the third game, Mingle, a strategic and fast-paced challenge. The game involves a spinning central platform surrounded by multiple rooms. At intervals, a number is announced, and players must quickly form groups of the corresponding size to enter the rooms before the doors shut within 30 seconds. The urgency and lack of time for elaborate planning force players to make split-second decisions, revealing their adaptability and alliances. Team captains like Gi-hun and In-ho urge their teams to remain calm and composed, emphasizing unity as the game begins. However, the pressure of the spinning platform and the rapidly closing doors heightens tensions, leading to mistakes and betrayals. The game tests players' abilities to think quickly and collaborate, but also exposes underlying distrust among participants. As the season progresses, the dorm scenes reveal deeper character arcs. Gi-hun's financial struggles and pre-operation status come to light, adding layers to his motivation. Meanwhile, Thanos attempts to consolidate control, and Kang No-Yul's violent altercation with the guards adds to the rising tension. A vote to continue or leave the games causes further division, with players like Minho, Jung-Bai, Long-Sik, and Hunu opting to stay, intensifying distrust and fragmentation among the participants. The season finale plunges the players into a chaotic and violent midnight brawl, exacerbating the sense of lawlessness. Gi-hun devises a straightforward plan to shield his companions under the bunks, hoping to weather the violence until the masked guards intervene. While his strategy accounts for the surprise element and the VIP's need to maintain order, it ultimately fails to contain the chaos. The violence spirals out of control, claiming many lives and leaving Gi-hun's team vulnerable. The season ends unresolved, with the tournament still ongoing and Gi-hun grappling with the consequences of his actions. The finale hints at even greater challenges ahead, leaving viewers with an intense cliffhanger that sets the stage for a gripping Season 3. The escalating stakes, complex character dynamics, and morally ambiguous decisions highlight the increasingly sinister nature of the games. The concluding episodes of Squid Game Season 2 take a dramatic turn as Gi-hun and his comrades devise a desperate rebellion. Pretending to be dead, they evade detection by the masked men, striking swiftly whenever the guards come close enough to inspect them. The group manages to overpower several guards, seizing weapons in preparation for an insurrection. However, not all main characters are willing to fight, and Gi-hun's team faces significant challenges. Gi-hun leads a group of players toward the control center, but their escape is short-lived. The masked men, clearly prepared for such resistance, quickly catch up. Most of Gi-hun's team is killed during the operation. In a critical moment, Gi-hun and Jung-Bai run out of ammunition before reaching the control room, leaving them vulnerable. During the rebellion, one of the characters previously thought dead reveals their true identity but keeps it hidden from Gi-hun by feigning death. The frontman, fully aware of the rebellion, orchestrates a confrontation. Wearing his mask, he uses a walkie-talkie to manipulate events and ultimately faces Gi-hun directly. The rebellion ends in tragedy when Gi-hun, in a heart-wrenching moment, is forced to kill Jung-Bae after being betrayed. Overcome with grief, he sobs over his friend's body, symbolizing the devastating cost of their failed insurrection. The frontman's involvement is revealed to be the primary reason for the rebellion's failure. The organizers anticipated resistance and summoned additional masked men for a deadly showdown, intended as entertainment for the VIPs. This chilling decision underscores the organizers' callousness, valuing the spectacle of the rebellion over the lives of the participants or their own guards. Despite Gi-hun's strategic planning and the military expertise of some of his comrades, the group is outnumbered and unprepared. Their limited ammunition and lack of resources prove insurmountable against the overwhelming force of the masked men. One team member, touted as a military veteran, is revealed to have no real combat experience, further crippling their efforts. In the final moments of the season, it becomes clear that the rebellion was doomed from the start. The masked men's unwavering loyalty and the meticulous planning of the frontman ensured the operation's failure. The season ends on a grim note, with Gi-hun mourning the loss of his team and grappling with the brutal reality of the games, leaving viewers with a somber yet suspenseful cliffhanger as the story sets the stage for what's to come in Season 3. Without Dao's timidity, Gi-hun's scheme would likely still fail due to the overwhelming odds. The frontman's betrayal plays a crucial role, as he misleads Gi-hun and Jung-Bai with false promises of help and then eliminates their backup, proving the mission was doomed from the start. The second season of Squid Game explores how voting might have given participants a better chance of survival, but this possibility is overshadowed by the frontman's manipulations, making the season's conclusion even more heartbreaking.